Good morning. Yeah, it's been a while. And I just want to say Happy New Year's. Merry Christmas. Um, Here we are, December 31st. We've made it 12 months. It's almost a brand new year. And I wanted to take a few minutes just to reflect on my year. And the highs, the lows, the mediums, the roller coaster we get on whenever as we go through life. You know, a lot's changed in my life. Um, Seen a lot of people come, seen a lot of people go, seen a lot of people rise above, overcome addiction, get buried in addiction, pass away because of addiction. Um, and it's hard. It's hard to see that, but I just give thanks to the man above that he has helped me overcome, achieve, conquer, give me, and keep me happy, joyous, and free. But without that, I don't think I could do it. And without little things like this, little things like the big book, like the promises, little prayers like God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. He's put that in me today to remind me I can't allow others to affect the things that I do, because I have a bigger purpose. I have a bigger goal. I have bigger things out there waiting on me. And it feels good to be sober. It feels good to be just a human that people can call on. As silly as that sounds, that's bitter. People want to be able to call on someone that will help solve the problem, not create or add more fuel to the fire. And I'm glad I can be a part of that. I really am. Thank you, God, for allowing me. We started a business, Drowning Landscape Management, back in October of 2019. Was it ideal for me to start that? No. I was working for Drowning Construction. We were slamming jobs in and out. And it came to a time to where we needed to make a change. And I was posting stuff on Nextdoor, posting stuff all over social media. I'll scratch your back for $10. I didn't care what I had to do. I was get her done, and I still have that attitude. And those are, I mean, if anybody doesn't know me, on my backstory a little bit, I was in and out of jail in my 20s. If I was catching them, I wouldn't. They were catching fish. They were catching me. Every time I pulled out of my driveway, whenever I wasn't in my right state of mind, I was gone. If nobody knew, if my phone went to voicemail, normal people would think he used to charge his phone. Everybody knew where I was at, and they'd be getting a call in about an hour from the county jail. That's me. And, I reached out to other companies, tried to get a job. I'd be hired. I'd be starting on Tuesday. Well, Monday they would call and say, hey, we just got your driving record back. We're not going to be able to pursue this. Good luck. Click. And so, kind of backed me up in a corner, and kind of put me in a corner to where I had to make a decision on what I was going to do. And I kept putting ads out, kept putting little things out, and people kept calling. Uh, so I kept asking God, God, take me where you want me. I didn't care if it was working for Waste Management. I didn't care if it was. I didn't care. I wanted a purpose. I wanted to leave a mark. And by leaving a mark to me is giving something back to the community, having something for my kids to have, having something to where if I was to die tomorrow by the grace of God, I don't, I could honestly, here you go. Here's, I left a name. I did something right. I was always trying to do something right, but I always fell. And I was tired of failing. And I was tired of always climbing that ladder and falling down the ladder. I would climb up and get almost to the top of the ceiling, but I would drop my paintbrush, drop my paint bucket, totally fall off. And so, October of 2019, we went full blown with driving landscape. Got a few people on board with me, and here we are today, December of 2020. And not only are we doing landscaping, we're doing hardscaping, we're selling firewood. God's took me from here to here. I'm not even all the way there yet, and I stay humble. I still drive the same truck that I started in, sitting out in my shop, sitting out in my parking lot right now. Me and my son were driving around in it the other day, and he was like, "Why are we driving this, Dad?" And I stay humble. I don't forget where I come from. And those are the things that I have to look at. I have to remind myself of where I've come to where I'm at, because it can go back that way just as quick as I'm here. I don't know what 2021 holds. I do have goals. I do have ambitions and hopes and dreams, but I take it one day at a time. I want to thank God that everybody in my family is still, despite two of my family members, everybody's COVID free. Nobody's been really hit hard with it. I'm praying for my brother. My sister's been sick with it, but overall, they're warriors, and they'll come out of it. So, other than that, it's been a good year. It's been a good year, and we're going to continue to have better years to come, because I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop at well, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with making $10 an hour. And I know this, I've kept God in my life since day one, and I've kept Him in charge of this business. And since I've done that, He has shown me His grace, shown me His will is better than my will. And those are the things that a lot of people, I won't say a lot of people, those are a lot of the times I forget how I got to where I'm at. I forget about God because I don't need Him anymore, because I've got me. And you know what? God is the number one reason why I'm sitting right here. Going on 5 years of not getting in trouble, not violating probation, not doing things shady, doing things the right, honest way. When you owe, you pay. When you just your basic principles that you get taught as a kid in life, I'm still learning. So, if there's one thing I could change, about 2020, and I really can't change it because I'm jealous, because where they're at. But man, I've lost a lot of good people, and they're with the Lord today. And some were young, some were older, and my heart goes out to their families this morning. We're suffering over a loss of my neighbor's husband, Chad, and great man of God, loved him dearly. I'd sit out and watch him play basketball with his son, and just admire his fathership towards his kids, because I want to be like that. I want to serve my kids like he served his. And there's a lot of things that I did, that I watched, that I'll carry on with my kids. And God bless you, Chad. You're in my heart. Your kids are in my heart. Your wife's in my heart. And I'll always be there for them. Back in March, my stepdad passed away. And he was a man of God. And by the grace of God, I was in a position when he passed that this was his office, or where I'm at now. I was able to be there to help my mom take these payments over, and so she wouldn't have to move all her stuff out of storage and stuff. And I learned so much from him, just on how to be a man, do the right thing. Your word is all you have. Things like that has what's kept me right here. All that man wanted was to see who I was sober. And I've been sober almost 4.5 years. Out of the 2 years, he got to see that. So if I got to give that man anything back in return, I got to give him the justice that he was always wanting. And that's worth more than any money that anybody could give you. And I was there to help be a part of the solution, not the issue. And that's a huge, huge thing that I never could do, is be a part of the solution. I was 99.9% of the time the issue. Now, being over on the solution side is nice. Wanting to be a part of the solution, people calling me to help be a part of the solution is nice. Those are things that I would never dream of. And that's all about honoring God, being in a little big 12-step program nobody ever wants to be in, and doing the next right thing. And if I continue to do the next right thing, those are the type of little data boys you get. What else? Trying to think. So many. We took this company this year, and I'm not trying to boast or anything, but I never in a million years thought I'd see over $100,000. I don't even know what $100,000 looks like. And for I guess 14 months of being in business, overall, DLM has brought in over probably $300,000, including our maintenance division. And that's hard work, dedication, sun up, sun down. Ask my family, they'll vouch. They never see me. That's one thing I want to change this year. I want my family to see me. I want to be more part of my family in the events. I wear this company on my sleeve, but at the same time, I'm ready to see God work through this company for me to be able to let the company work for me. Is that how you say it? Instead of me working for it, I want it to work for me. There you go. I want the company to make its own money. I'm due for a break. This year I'm gonna get a team of warriors in here, and we're gonna conquer it. And I'm gonna get a team of warriors, of godly men, godly women, and we're gonna get after it. And we're gonna give them the best services that we can provide. with the best tools that I can allow them to have. The sky's the limit. You know, I was in a college course all year long that I didn't tell anybody about. And yesterday I took my final exam. And I recommend this to all business owners. It is the, IAP career college. And it was a hard test. It asked me a lot of questions. You think just because you're a business owner of any type, there's always room for learning, always room for advancement. And here was the final exam. There was, I think, 50 questions, I believe. Yeah, 50. Made it 82%. And I didn't make 100. Didn't make 100. 82. So, it's just you gotta feed the head. You gotta feed the brain like you feed the mouth. Got a little bit more knowledge out of it. Got a little bit more, now I know a little bit more about my trees. Now I know about how far apart to spread them, how thick do you want your mulch. When customers ask you questions, you just don't want to blow off some answers. You want to give them the right answers. And so that's something that I'm very proud. I'm glad that I got to experience and do, because it's one step closer to where I want to be. Other than that, I'm sitting here. It's 7:30. It's been raining the last 2 days. We've got some deliveries we have to make. But I'm overall happy. I'm overall alive. I'm free. And by the grace of God, I'll wake up tomorrow morning feeling the same way. And so, I just wanted to get on here. I haven't done a video in a while, but I'm just blessed to be free, not waking up in a jail cell, talking about what we're going to do for a spread on New Year's Eve, and the guards turn off the lights at 11, and blah, blah, blah. Done with that trash, man. I don't ever want another detention officer, another judge to tell me when I'm going home, because I want to be home for eternity. It took me going to jail to finding God again. It took me going in those dark places to finally open up my eyes and say, man, I'll stay home on Friday nights. I'll stay home on Saturday nights. I'll leave the booze alone, the prescription pills alone, to be free, to serve you. And every morning, I thank you. Thank you for another day with my son, daughter, everybody. I'm just dumbfounded. So before I close, I'm gonna open up with today's December 31st, daily resolutions. A year, 12 months, 52 weeks, 365 days, 8,760 hours, 525,600 minutes a time to consider. Direction, goals, and actions. I must make some plans to live a normal life, but also I must live emotionally within 24-hour frame for it. For if I do, I don't have to make New Year's resolutions. I can make every day a New Year's day. I can't decide today I will do this. Today I will do that. Each day I can measure my life by trying to do a little better, by deciding to follow God's will. and by making an effort to put the principles of our AA program into actions. That says it all. It's one day at a time. It's 1 minute at a time, 1 hour at a time. It's not, okay, I'm going to not dip snuff after midnight tonight because I know I'll fail. I just know I'll fail. But if every day I try to write down 3 goals to achieve that day. And they're realistic goals, whether it's making my bed, I'm going to make sure I vacuum the rugs here, or clean the dishes at home. Those are goals that you have to make to apply structure in your life and stability in your life. And if you have that, it's going to become a routine, an everyday deal, to where I'm going to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to not drink coffee. I'm going to drink more water. Those are goals. Those are things we have to achieve the blessings that we're after. It's a blessing to lose weight. It's a blessing to be able to come to work, regardless of how much money you make, regardless if you like the people at work or not. At least you're getting up. At least you're coming to work. At least you have a place to call work, instead of waiting in the mail for a stimulus check that you're not guaranteed. We haven't received one type of loan here in this building, here under this name. Why? I don't know, and I don't care. I don't need a stimulus check to support me or my family. Because you know what? God's given me the strength to get off my booty, put on my pants, whether it's cold, rainy, hot, any type, and get out there and make it. Get out there and do your job. And your job is to provide as a man. I remember whenever I was supervised to go see my son, supervised here, supervised there, blowing this, do that, do this, do that. Guess what? I did it. I've been there. I've had to do those humiliating things, but you know what? I had to swallow my pride. I had to stand up and say, hey, do I want to see them? Or do I want to throw them away like I've thrown everything else in my life away? Now they love me. Now I respect them more, and they respect me more. Now we live a normal life because we went through those channels. We took the steps to start our lives over to make it happen. And it's not going to happen just because you think you should have it. I thought I shouldn't have to have supervised visits. I didn't need all that. But you know what? That's what they thought I needed. So I guess I took their advice and did it. Now I got kids wanting to live with me for good. Now I have things that I never thought I would even imagine having, because I did it the way it was supposed to be done. Are you doing it that way? Have you thought about doing it that way? Or are you just going to wait until one of these jackheads say, approved, stimulus is on its way, regardless of the elections, regardless of politics, regardless of all of that? There's one president, there's one King of Kings. Y'all know this. This isn't something new. It's God. Let's go ahead and face it. If you serve God, you're going to serve a kingdom of peace, a kingdom of blessings, a kingdom of righteousness. And you don't have to deal with all the stuff you see on TV and Facebook and all that. If you do it the way I just said to do it, you will reap the benefits. I don't care if I'm going outside the box. I don't care if I offend someone. But I know what's worked for me. And that's following the King of all kings and being obedient. So, Happy New Year's. I'm excited to start 2021. I'm not probably going to do anything because it's too cold. And I don't want to. I'm in the cold and nasty weather all the time. I don't have to have champagne and beers and whiskeys and kiss 50 different women today to make my life all right. I'm happy just doing that on my own. So, just want everybody to know, thank you for supporting what I've done, supporting my company, supporting the people in this company. I look forward to doing it again, as long as God allows me. So, Happy New Year's, and if anybody needs anything, feel free to call me. If you're struggling this morning, pick up the phone and call me. 469-782-5056. That's my personal cell phone number. If you can't get a hold of me, text me and say, hey, I saw your video, like and subscribe this. I'm going to try to do more videos. But I might be a landscape owner, but I got a lot more to offer besides pushing a lawnmower. Thank you.